Greetings, y'all. This is Fashayo of Earth Mother Guidance. I am the Earth Mother. Today is day 3 of 7 of the Gratitude/Positivity Challenge. Today, I am grateful for always being able to be my authentic self. It took me a while to get to this point, so I'm truly grateful for the journey. And if you too want to know how to get to this point, it involves being honest with yourself about who you are, and it also involves getting rid of fear, and I mean all of them. Like, fear of telling the truth about who you are, what you've been through, because anything that you're fearful of, you're fearful of it being exposed. So when you're no longer scared to share, you're no longer scared to tell your story, nobody can embarrass you with it. So I'm glad that I went ahead and went through those difficult times of getting past the fear, of being my authentic self. So that means that sometimes people don't like me. That's okay. We're not meant for each other at this particular, leg in the journey. Sometimes it means that people really, really like me. And sometimes, for me, it's meant that I over-mother people, so I had to find a way to balance that. The second thing that I'm grateful for is that I went to the bookstore today and had a major haul of books. I even found a $40 book that my daughter wanted for $7. So I got, I'll say like 10 books. Super hyped about that. What else? I am actually grateful for, again, for my husband being okay, but more so I think that it has put us in a place of resting and doing what we're supposed to be doing this time of year anyway, which is releasing and beginning to refocus, because this is a time where you can release things, and even though it's not a planting season, like you really don't plant in the fall. Well, you can plant in the fall technically, but anyway, this is a time I generally start planning for what I want to be able to manifest in the spring, especially if it's big projects, the things that I want to be able to, I always say, bust out in the spring. So I'm glad that we're kind of naturally going into that cycle anyway. And I have 4 for tonight. I am grateful again for my sister, who is a dreamer, and yeah. And she had some insight into some stuff that we needed to hear. So I'm grateful for her. I'm grateful for her connection to, in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, but in my verbiage, spirit. But for her, she's God. She seemed God-like to me, so I take that, But I'm glad for her to be so connected to whatever it is she connected to. Even if it's just that she is so in love with us that she dreams about us. So anyway, those are the things that I'm grateful for today. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, and I am grateful too for the conversation that I had a rant about yesterday. I'm still, a little ranty about it, but I'm grateful to be able to have those conversations. I think it was a good way to stir up stagnant waters, to be able to have discussions that need to be had. Because a lot of times, out of fear, we do avoid certain conversations because people will tell you, oh, don't talk about those topics because those can cause offense. And it's like leaving a scab on top of a sore that's festering underneath. You have to scrape that scab off and, clean out that festering. That's what a lot of conversations for us, that's what a lot of lack of conversations have done to us, is we just let things fester and fester and fester and boil over, and then we could have just went ahead and cleaned it out. So I'm grateful for that conversation yesterday, and I'm grateful that the truth came out. Whether people agree with each other or not, there was truth that came out in the conversation. And because everybody was so honest about their stance, it was beautiful. It ended up being really beautiful by the end of it, and that made me happy because I saw women settle, not settle for less, settle differences like grown folks. and like loving sisters, and that was worth all of it. So anyway, bless you. Thank you so much to my familiar friends for hanging with me throughout my little unedited videos and such. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. Thank you for all y'all that have been sharing them on Google+. I'm not even quite sure how to share stuff on Google+, but I'm glad you know, and I'm glad that you're sharing it. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I think I'm supposed to say something like the video, rate, subscribe. Just keep watching. You know, have conversations, ask me questions, whatever. Love y'all deeply. Good night, sweet dreams. I love you. Have a wonderful night. Blessed rise in the morning. O double.